This is Win News.
Tonight, no Christmas joy as a family loses everything in a blaze. A survivor speaks out about a terrifying floodwater ordeal. And the rush to protect properties from rising floodwaters. Good evening, I'm Paul Taylor. At a time of year meant for celebration and sharing, a local family has lost everything in a house fire. The Roseman's Kawarrell home caught alight just before 11 p.m. last night. They believe it was faulty Christmas lights that caused the blaze. The driver rescued from a flooded causeway after his car was swept off the road on Wednesday night has told of the sheer terror he experienced. The Nepalese student spoke exclusively to Win News, saying he can't believe he's still alive.
Bowen Tarpa is counting his blessings 48 hours after his hellish ordeal.
Coming up next, community leaders spreading the Christmas cheer and a reminder to remember the real reason for the season. Welcome back. Well, on the eve of Christmas, as we await Santa's arrival, church leaders are reminding the community not to forget the true meaning of Christmas. As thousands are expected to pack central Queensland churches, it's hoped the season's spiritual significance is not lost. All right, it is now time for David with sport, and a very special sportswoman arriving home today.
Anna Mears, we were there at the airport when she got off that plane. We're going to have a chat with her after the break. Stick around. Good evening, welcome back. Central Queensland's favourite daughter has arrived home for the Christmas break. Champion cyclist Anna Mears reflecting on a dream year on the bike when we caught up with her this morning. Nice to see Anna back home. Now, to hopefully build some extra coin for your New Year's celebrations, here's Liam Mulry with the racing tips.
Thanks, Dave. Well, Russ has headed off early for his Christmas break, but he's left me with his 3 best bets for the big day of racing in Brisbane on Boxing Day. So those are Russ's 3 best bets for the big day of racing in Brisbane on Boxing Day. Wonderful You, Bright Expectations and Jazz Heart. If you're having a bet, do bet responsibly. Don't forget racing returns to Rockhampton here next Thursday, the 30th of December. Have a Merry Christmas, everyone. Liam Mulry, Win News.
Here's a tip, lose the hat, Liam.
Boy,
that was funny. Thank you very much, Mr. Mulry. Good to see Miss Mears back home, though, isn't it? The Rocky Cup of Wheels is a few weeks away.
Mid-January, it's going to be a beauty, and she's chasing 4 titles to equal a sister.
That's right. Best of luck.
It's going to be fantastic. All right, after the break, the all-important forecast. And then, Pilly, what can we expect from him?
Good evening, everyone. Well, I'm here at the North Pole on a very busy Christmas Eve, and I can guarantee it's a lot colder here than what it is back home. Now, I did manage to grab a one-on-one exclusive interview with Santa earlier in the day. I'll have that later. First up, let's have a look at the day's temperatures. And Cairns reached 26 degrees. It ranged between 23 and 27 in Townsville. It hit 27 in Mackay. Rockhampton topped 30. It dropped to 23 in Bundaberg. Dalby hit 28 and Toowoomba reached a muggy 24 degrees. Now, there were some heavy falls again over the past 24 hours until 9 a.m. and Port Douglas had 27 millimetres. 116 millimetres fell at Lucinda. Townsville recorded 59 millimetres and 110 millimetres fell at Ingham. On to page 2, and Mackay had 41 millimetres and 10 millimetres fell at Kingaroy. And between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. today, Cairns had 27 millimetres, 12 millimetres fell at Townsville and Maroochydore recorded 10. On the satellite image, and as you can see, that cloud cover extends right across the state thanks to a weak ridge. To the synoptic chart, as I mentioned, there is a weak ridge that extends along the southern coast of the state, while a trough is located off the tropical coast. A low is likely to develop on the monsoon trough and move southwest towards the tropical coast this evening. The monsoon low will move into the southern tropical interior and weaken on Christmas Day, but another low will develop, so further rain areas with widespread moderate to heavy falls will occur generally over the southern tropics and most of the southeast state. So tomorrow across the northern tropics, expect rain areas and storms with moderate to heavy falls, and there is a current wind warning for the Cairns to Bowen district. Expect southeasterly winds at 25 to 33 knots. Cairns is heading for a top of 32 degrees. Across the Central District, expect rain areas with local thunder with some moderate to heavy falls. Mackay 24 to 26, dropping to 24 in Rockhampton also, and Gladstone should reach 26 degrees. The Waibay and Sunshine Coast District expect cloudy conditions with rain areas, a top of 26 for Bundy and Hervey Bay, and Maroochydore will drop to a pleasant 22 degrees. And the Darling Downs expect cloudy with rain areas, possible moderate falls with easterly winds. Toowoomba is heading for a top of 21 degrees and Dalby a pleasant 27. And that wraps up the weather from a very cold North Pole. I wish you all a very Merry Christmas, and if you are travelling away, be safe on the roads. And as I mentioned earlier, I did catch up with Santa, and here it is.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Well, thanks, Santa, for taking time out from your busy schedule to sit down and talk to us one-on-one and to answer all those important questions. First of all, how does Mrs. Claus feel about you travelling so far around the world?
Well, she does worry, but with the modern techniques that I've instituted with the reindeer, we get there pretty quickly.
Well, Santa, time is ticking. You must get going. It is Christmas Eve.
Yes, well, I mean, thank you very much for having me, and a great Christmas, everybody.
Oh, bye, Santa. Have fun.
Bye. Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Thank you, Kathryn. Now it's time for Pilly and his fishing report.
Well, thanks, guys. Now, look, over the Christmas break, all we can do, keep everything crossed and just hope and pray that sometime we get a chance to get out there and catch ourselves a fish. Now, boys, a couple of weeks ago, I told you I was going to get out there and get right into it, see if I could catch you some seafood. Now, I know technically red claw are not seafood, but hey, close enough to me. They look like a lobster. Have a look at these fellas. Absolutely beautiful. Have a look at that big fella there. That's Dave's, as you can tell, got his name on him. But don't worry, Paul, I got you one too, mate. Look at that. Perfect. No, mate, I'm only kidding. I told you we'd do our best for you. Have a look at these fellas here. That's Paul. And that's Dave. Couple of big muddies for Christmas Day. Couldn't get any better. Central Queensland at its best.
You don't like crabs, do you?
No, but that was very funny. Well done, Pilly. Appreciate it.
Oh, Merry Christmas to everybody. Good night.
Good night.